The next time you set out on your diet journey, or when you decide to purchase our Total Body Transformation Guide, link in the description, you can get 15% off using the promo code. I want you to think of dieting in the form of a road trip. What I mean by thinking of your fitness journey as a road trip is something I thought about while I was in limbo trying to get back to Chicago. And the reason I thought about this was you can start at any fitness physique starting point. It doesn't matter if you've been working out and you are somewhat physically fit currently, or if you've neglected your fitness and health and you have a little bit more weight to lose. It doesn't matter. So, thinking about a fitness journey or a workout program or a diet in the realm of a road trip means if you are slamming on the gas pedal right when you leave the driveway, you're going to run out of gas pretty quickly unless you have a huge gas tank. So if you are very overweight and you try to sprint in the beginning, you will probably still have energy. You'll probably be able to push a little bit harder. While you may have bigger cravings, your body will still have sustained energy because it will be consuming the excess body fat that you've obtained over the years. Now, if you are a little bit thinner and you are around the 15 or 20% body fat range, if you're hitting the gas pedal super hard in the beginning, you're going to run out of energy or gas really, really quickly. And that means your diet most likely will not be sustainable. The best way to think of a diet and what you should be losing is about 1% to 2% of your body fat every single week. And that is weight on the scale. If you are a 200-pound individual and you're trying to go on a diet, you should aim to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. That is a general rule of thumb, and you can adjust that by taking your weekly average weight and seeing how you feel with the amount of calories that you're consuming. Now, depending on what you fuel your car or your body with during this road trip, that is going to depict on how well the car runs or how well you do throughout your diet. So if you're eating junk food, still maintaining a calorie deficit, you'll lose weight, but you're going to feel like crap. That is the same thing with your car. If you are not just filling it up with gas or you put the wrong type of gas in it, it's not going to run or it's not going to run good. So think about your diet as what you fuel your gas tank in your car up with, and that's going to get you much further down the road, and it's going to make it more sustainable for you in the long run. So if you're fueling yourself with lean protein, you're hitting your protein goals, you're eating healthy fats, a minimum of 20 to 25% of your daily caloric intake, and then filling the rest with carbs, or if you're going the keto route, do your thing. Nothing is off limits. Just make sure it's sustainable for your lifestyle. And I always say make sure it's sustainable for you, because if it's not sustainable in the short term, how would it be sustainable in the long term? That is our overall goal here at Dad Degree, is to make your diet your lifestyle. So it's not a crash diet. It is not a get lean quick scheme. We hate fad diets. We like sustainable approaches. So you're not extremely limiting what you eat, and you can actually maintain your diet and learn healthy habits for long-term success. So dieting like you're in a road trip is the best way to diet. And there is one more key takeaway I would like to add, and that is when you're at the end of your road trip, a lot of people might be running on E. And this is actually the point in time when you've lowered your body fat percentage. And a lot of people want to hit the gas even harder, but they don't have energy for it. In essence, this is when you need to actually back calories up. So you need to start coming off of your diet because you might be nearing a plateau or have already hit one. And that means your body kind of needs to take a break. Once you've hit a plateau, you need to take a slight rest and make sure that you're getting enough nutrients so you can continue to push forward. If you are on a road trip and your gas light turns on, but you still have 20 miles left, are you going to try and hope the wind pushes you through, or are you going to look for a gas station so that you can fuel back up and make the rest of the trip an easy, steady paced finish? Now, when you get lower in body fat percentage, you may not want to stay on the gas pedal super long for long periods of time, because that's when we can start seeing our muscle being used as fuel. And that's the last thing you want, because you're going to end up with the skinny fat physique, or you're just going to lose strength and muscle mass that took you years to put on. The last thing you want to do is hinder any muscular gains that you've achieved over the years. And now that you're trying to lose body fat, you're also losing muscle. So creating the least amount of a calorie deficit that you can will maintain the most muscle mass that you can. When you get near the end of your diet, think about it like this. If you're beginning your diet, your calorie deficit can be about this big. But as you shrink body fat, your calorie deficit should also shrink. And that maintains muscle mass, and it makes it easier and gives you more energy to diet. So if your daily caloric intake before your diet was 2,000 calories to maintain your body weight, no matter what it was at, well, in the beginning, you could probably drop your calories down to 1,600 or 1,700 per day, and you're going to see a decent fat loss every single week. But as you've been dieting for a month or even 2 months, and that 1,600 calories per day, you've hit a plateau with fat loss, you don't want to necessarily just keep dropping in calories per day, because you're going to get to a point where it's no longer sustainable. You're going to want to take a break. You're going to want to reset your metabolism, and you're going to want to shrink that calorie deficit. So maybe once you've hit a 14 or 12% body fat, it might, instead of taking 2,000 calories per day, you might wind up eating 1,800 or 1,900 per day to maintain your new body weight. Well, to then continue to lose the last little bit of body fat that you have to hit a new low body fat percentage, you may want to only shrink your calories by 100 or 200 per day instead of the 300 to 500 that you were doing before. This is going to help you continuously lose fat. It'll maintain your energy levels, and it's going to maintain your muscle mass. Guys, hopefully this helps, and this comparison to a road trip and dieting for fat loss. I thought it was a helpful way to explain how to diet for fat loss and weight loss in general, and how to think of it with a new mindset, so that you're just not trying to jump on the crash diet approach. You're not just sprinting and then falling off the wagon. I want this to be sustainable, and I want it to be a lifestyle change, not just a simple point in time that you make a big difference and then never achieve lifelong goals and results. Please like, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications. Again, if you're interested in our program and this entire approach to new sustainable lifestyles and becoming the healthiest version that you can, click our link in the description, use the promo code, and start your journey today.